Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the campus of the College of Southern Idaho in Twin Falls, Idaho for this scenic Western Athletic Conference matchup between the Badgers of Snow College and the Golden Eagles of CSI. Jacob Habel alongside my partner, Joe Williams, for this matchup. Joe, how are you feeling?
I am feeling great today. How are you feeling, Jacob?
Doing good. Hopefully the Lady Badgers are feeling good tonight. They're coming off of a big win on Thursday against the Spartans of Colorado Northwestern. They won by a total of 32 points, their margin of victory. CSI coming off of a very big win, knocking out the previously unbeaten Bruins of Salt Lake Community College last week by 14 points. So not only was it a win, but a very convincing win. So this game is going to, honestly, for the Badgers, this is going to be a make-or-break game in terms of their regular season heading into the conference tournament at the end of the month.
Especially with only 3 games remaining in the regular season. And I'm not going to lie, this is going to be one of the toughest contests of their season, with Rachel Roberts sitting out after her injured knee last week against Utah State Eastern. They're going to struggle offensively. I mean, it's going to be hard to kind of find their identity on that side of the court. And of course, you mentioned that both teams are coming off of big wins, but the difference is that CSI, they're coming off of a win against the number 1 team in the conference. Snow is coming off of a win against the unwinning Colorado Northwestern. It's not necessarily comparable. It is going to be a hard one for the Badgers to take away.
And the Bruins going into that game last week against CSI were 23rd in the country. So not only are they the best team in the conference, but they're also nationally ranked, so a huge win for the Golden Eagles.
Right.
The last time that these two teams met was in Ephraim, and that resulted in an 80-75 victory in overtime for Snow College. However, you might want to add a little asterisk to that result. The Golden Eagles were missing 3 of their 5 starters today in Talia Stimson, Petra Farkas, and Allie Thane. All of them sat out that game. So perhaps one of the reasons why the Badgers were able to come up with that overtime win. Like you mentioned before, they're now missing Roberts. So although this team beat the Golden Eagles, it's not really the same team. It's going to be a completely different game tonight.
Exactly. Both teams are looking very different. And, of course, we're in Idaho this time, and this gym is historically difficult for visiting teams to win in. It is just a very different environment than the Badgers are used to, and it's hard.
Yeah, and it's important to mention, too, that the last time that these two teams played here in Twin Falls, most, if not all, of the starting lineup for the Golden Eagles had a career high in every stat, including Petra Farkas, who had 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. But despite the career highs for everyone, it was a close game right until the last 3 minutes. The Badgers had held the Golden Eagles to only about a 3-point lead late in the game, but those last 3 minutes they pulled away, and they ended up losing by, I believe it was 11 that game.
Right.
So probably what you're expecting a little bit more of this game, but like we've said before, any game, any team can beat any team, so we'll have to see what happens.
Right, and I was able to talk to head coach of the Badgers, Mike Russell, before this game, and you and I have talked about this before, and I think we've been able to really show this, that the Badgers are kind of a one-half team. Now, it changes every single game, but they very much are a one-half team, and I asked Coach Russell about that, and he kind of sighed and said, yeah, I mean, he wants more production, more consistent production throughout the game, but he just doesn't know how they're going to be able to do that. He's also looking, he mentioned that Sydney Pilling last year, she was shooting 40%, over 40% from beyond the 3-point line, and now she is an amazing point guard. She had 9 assists in the game on Thursday, but she is not as productive in the points. She said that Mike Russell said that he is expecting her to have a decent game tonight.
Yeah, she does a really good job at distributing the ball, especially in the first half, but so far has had a really hard time scoring, as you mentioned. Another key to point out, Reagan Yamauchi has probably been the only thing that's been consistent for the Badgers offense.
Yeah.
She had 17 points on Thursday against the Spartans, along with Lexi Peterson, who had 17. And the last time these two teams met, Yamauchi had 19. So expect a big game from her this afternoon. We're going to head to break. We'll bring you back after this with the starting lineups. You're watching Snow TV.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of
Welcome back to this broadcast of Badger basketball as Snow College takes on the Golden Eagles of CSI. We'll bring you shortly the starting lineups for both teams as we get underway here in Twin Falls, Idaho. This is the third time that these two teams will face each other in the regular season. The Golden Eagles came out on top by a score of 69-58 in the first matchup here in Twin Falls. And the Badgers stole one in overtime at home by a score of 80-75. Now, the CSI Golden Eagles are in third place in the conference behind the Eagles of Utah State Eastern and Salt Lake Community College sitting alone at top in first. But a win tonight for the Badgers would mean that their record would be even, and given the split, winning 2 of 3 against the Golden Eagles would give them sole possession of third place.
It would also give the Badgers enough momentum to finish the regular season.
So starting at guard for the Snow College Badgers, number 4, Sydney Pilling. She's been starting since her concussion injury a few weeks ago. Starting next to her at guard as well, number 12, Reagan Yamauchi, coming off of a big game against Colorado Northwestern. Reagan Anderson getting the start, number 14, in place of Shawnee Simpson, who is feeling a little under the weather, will probably come off of the bench. Number 20, Lexi Peterson, who also had 17 points against Colorado Northwestern. And then at center, number 54, Micah Gustafson. You mentioned the intimidation factor of playing in this arena. You can see it right now. Unfortunately, on your camera, you can't see this, or on the screen, you can't see this. There is a big screen hanging from the ceiling at center court that's playing a hype video for the Golden Eagles, something that we saw in Salt Lake as well. And, during that game, we mentioned that it's actually not that intimidating as a player. In fact, it almost hypes you up even more. You want to come out and show this team up in front of their home crowd.
Definitely. This is just something that the Badgers aren't used to at all. They never have anything like this back in Ephraim. It's just creates a different feeling here.
If anybody from the Snow College Athletic Department or administration is listening to this broadcast, is that something that we can have in a couple of years, Joe? Can we get one of those? Those are cool. I like those.
That's really awesome.
So starting for the Golden Eagles at guard number 4, Carmela Dean, freshman from Shoreline, Washington. Freshman number 10 from Paul, Idaho, Talia Stimson. The sophomore from Keshkemet, Hungary, number 12, Petra Farkas. She is coming off of a Player of the Week last week in SWAC competition. You see there number 20, Finley Garnett from Huntington Beach, California, sophomore. And finally, number 44, Allie Thane. And their head coach by Randy Rogers. So as we mentioned before, the last time these two teams faced each other was in Ephraim, and the Badgers won in overtime 80-75. The Golden Eagles were missing Talia Stimson, Petra Farkas, and Ali Thane, so a completely new look for this matchup.
That's their entire offense right there. You have Petra Farkas, Talia Stimson out on the edge, and then you have Ali Thane down low. Without them, there is no offense. Now they have them, and we are missing our offense. It's going to be difficult. There's the tip-off, and the Badgers win it.
So Sydney Pilling will bring up the ball to start off the Badgers offense. Reagan Anderson over on the wing throws that ball away, and it's tipped. Dean could not get a hold of it, and the foul is called on Yamauchi. It's the first foul of the game. So early on in this game, we already see the Badgers giving up the turnover as the Golden Eagles defense forces that one. So Dean running the point for the Golden Eagles. Petra Farkas very capable of driving, pulling the mid-range shot as you saw there. That one was short, but also went off from beyond the perimeter in the first matchup between these two teams a few weeks ago here in Twin Falls. Reagan Anderson now the ball carrier. Post-up move with the left-hand shot, and it misses the rim. And the Golden Eagles look to respond on the other side. Stimson pulls up for three, and that's the first basket of the game as Talia Stimson hits the three-pointer in transition.
And that's exactly what I was talking about, Talia Stimson. She is deadly from beyond the three, along with Petra Farkas.
Yamauchi looked to pull from three, decides to give it away to Anderson, who throws it across court to Pilling, drives, and gets the friendly roll to fall. Sydney Pilling with some first half points.
And that's what Pilling is capable of, exactly what head coach Mike Russell was talking about earlier. Just look.
That's something that they need Pilling to have, as the travel is called on Stimson. They need Pilling to not be afraid to drive. We haven't seen her take any initiative in penetrating the Golden Eagles defense, or anybody's defense for that matter, but she's proven that she was capable on that last basket. Lexi Peterson trips, and a foul is called. You gotta believe that the Golden Eagles coach not very happy on that call. It looked like she just kind of tripped over her own feet, but nonetheless the foul is called.
I believe that one was called on Petra Farkas.
So Reagan Yamauchi inbounds, sets to inbound the ball. She finds Pilling, who throws that one away, but it is tipped off the hand of Stimson, so the Badgers will retain possession. Eight minutes and 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Both teams just with one basket after Stimson hit a three and Pilling with the dribble drive and the layup. The only points thus far in this game. Shot clock down to 4. Gustafson underneath finds the hole.
Micah Gustafson just exploiting the mismatch there. She saw Ali Thane was too high, and she knew that she was going to be able to score. That's how deadly the pick and roll can be.
Thane now with the ball, finds Garnett down low, looks to post up on Anderson, wiggles around and can't connect. Gets her own rebound though, and a jump ball will be called. Possession will go to the Golden Eagles.
Good defense there by Reagan Anderson down low, able to just shut down Garnett.
Garnett came up with the rebound after she missed her own shot, and that's something that we don't really see the Badgers do on offense, following up with the rebound on their own missed shot. Dean creates some space. The shot won't fall, but the foul will be called, and she'll go to the line shooting two.
That one called on Micah Gustafson, her first. Second team foul.
Golden Eagles electing, to 2 shots. Carmela Dean, the freshman from Shoreline, Washington, hits the second after missing the first.
Interesting to see the Golden Eagles playing full court pressure defense this early in the game.
Pilling gives it off to Peterson, over to Yamauchi. Anderson trying to show down low. Instead, Pilling pulls from deep and hits the 3. Sydney Pilling from 30 feet out hits the 3-pointer.
That's an NBA 3-pointer. Look how deep she is, and she gets the beautiful bucket.
So Pilling with, that should be 5 points. The scoreboard shows 4. And another jump ball is called, so possession this time will go to the Badgers, and we're hoping that the scoreboard will be corrected as Sydney Pilling does have 5 points. So disregard that scoreboard for now. We'll see if they'll fix it later. Gustafson gives it down to Anderson in the corner, finds Pilling on the wing. Mismatch somewhere as Thane is on Pilling, and Gustafson throws it up into the net. There was a mismatch down low, and the Badgers were unable to find it quick enough to get a good shot as Garnett pulls from 3, and she knocks it down from downtown.
And that's just a mismatch. Something went wrong with the Badger defense. She was way too wide open on that shot.
Gustafson looks to post up again, instead finds Anderson. Yamauchi now, a little hesitation, pulls up from mid-range and can't get it to fall. Gustafson comes up with the ball, and the Badgers will reset with a fresh shot clock. Offensive rebound there from Micah Gustafson. Pilling again from downtown this time, but it's short. And Stimson comes up with the rebound, one-on-one, down low. Gives it to Farkas. Can't hit it. That was a nice pass behind the back from Stimson. But Farkas could not hit the shot, and this time we'll have a jump ball. Possession going to the Golden Eagles.
That's the 3rd jump ball call in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Shawnee Simpson and Josie Coleman both checking in now as Anderson and Gustafson head to the bench. And the scoreboard's fixed now, so that is your score, 7-7. And a 5-second violation is called as Carmela Dean is unable to inbound the ball. Good job from the Badgers defense, not allowing any kind of movement.
That's the only side of the court that the Badgers are able to be consistent in every game, every half. They are always good defenders. It's just translating that into good offense is the issue.
Sydney Pilling bringing the ball up the court. Lack of movement off the ball. Pilling again from downtown. And there's a foul called on the floor. Looks like it'll go on number 14, Macy Knapp, who's checked into the game now.
Second team foul of the game.
Looked like she just kind of shoved Shawnee Simpson. Extended the elbow before Pilling's shot. Yamauchi throws it up to Peterson. Peterson looking down low, finds Pilling beyond the arc, gives down to Coleman. Gets some space, but a little too much space as she's kind of short-ended. Gets her own rebound, and the shot is not good again. And this time Dean comes up with the ball. Wide open for 3 is Macy Knapp. She can't connect, and Simpson gets the defensive rebound. Badgers looking to score on the other side. Yamauchi beyond the arc. Gives it over to Pilling. Pilling steps right. Still driving with the ball. Lays it up. Can't connect on anything. Coleman gets it. And the shot clock is now down to 6 seconds. Peterson for 3. Can't hit. And Simpson fighting for the ball. Badgers come up with it. Coleman goes up. And this time the ball will go through Josie Coleman with the basket.
That is her 3rd rebound in her first 2 minutes in the game.
And foul is called there. A chance for a 3-point play. Petra Farkas with the and one. Didn't see who that foul was called, but we'll get it from the referee on Lexi Peterson. So Farkas hit the shot and will go to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play. Media timeout on the floor. We're going to take a chance to hear from our sponsors. You're watching Snow Badger TV.
Zions Bank has been committed to community, integrity, teamwork, trust, and value for over 145 years. The reason? That's when the first customer walked through the front door. And ever since, Zions Bank has shown that customer service isn't just a department, it's in everything we do. For established principles you can count on, Zions Bank is for you. You'll see these principles in action at zionsbank.com or any Zions Bank branch. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business, a division of Zions Bank Corporation and a member FDIC.
When your family comes to visit, does your internet seem to slow down? All those extra devices can chew up your bandwidth in a hurry, making your internet seem sluggish. Give your internet a boost with the Family Up plan from MTCC and make everyone happy. For a small fee, Family Up plans temporarily increase your internet speed while your family is here and go back to normal when they leave. Now everyone will love coming to your house even more. For more information and pricing, give MTCC a call today at 835-2929 or visit us at manti.com.
Welcome back to this Snow TV broadcast of the Golden Eagles facing the Badgers of Snow College. Petra Farkas can't connect on the free throw. So the score will remain tied at 9 with 4 minutes and some change left in the first quarter. Simpson has some space down low. She's double teamed, pump fakes, and puts it in. Good move from Shawnee Simpson under the basket. Carmela Dean looks to set up the Golden Eagles offense. Gives that to Callender. Finds Thane down low. Good pass, good finish from Allie Thane.
That's a play you know they've practiced a million times in practice.
Yeah, perfect setup, perfect execution for CSI on that one. Simpson will pull up from 3, and it rims out. And Dean will get the rebound, almost loses the ball out of bounds, but recovers in time. She's guarded by Sydney McDonald. Jalen Callender wide open from beyond the arc, and she hits it. Nobody even close on that one.
Josie Coleman more afraid of the drive than of the three-pointer there. That's going to be something she may want to rethink in the future defensive plays.
Now you always say give them the space and let them shoot until they hit it, but Callender connected on her first shot, so now you have to respect that shot. Peterson with 7 seconds left in the shot clock nails it from downtown to tie this game up at 14 apiece. Lexi Peterson had 17 points against the Spartans on Thursday night. A huge performance, breakout performance for her in this season. And gets the starting nod again today. Farkas guarded by a much shorter Sydney Pilling. Dishes it out to Dean from 3, and Badgers will come up with the ball. No fast break opportunity there, so Pilling will slow it down and set up the offense. Josie Coleman on the far side. Gives it to Peterson. Now to Simpson. Simpson hesitates, drives left. Finds Peterson open for 3 again, who hits it. Lexi Peterson, her second three-pointer of the game. She has 6 points, and we saw her shoot, I believe it was 3 or 4 three-pointers in that 17-point performance on Thursday. Very capable of knocking down the shot from beyond the arc. Knapp unable to connect on that shot from beyond the perimeter.
That's the thing about this Lady Badger team. They are full of three-point opportunities, three-point players like Lexi Peterson, like Sydney Pilling, like Reagan Yamauchi.
And when the the paint game really isn't going for you. You have to rely on that three-point shot. We've only seen Gustafson with one basket on that move down low, but other than that, most of the Badgers' points coming from mid-range and beyond the arc. McDonald looks to inbound the ball, finds Coleman. The ball's tipped away by Callender, but the Badgers come up with it. Yamauchi pump fakes and can't hit the mid-range from in front of the free throw line, but Coleman comes up with the offensive rebound again. McDonald deep from three, can't connect, and this time Jordan Todd will get the rebound for the Golden Eagles. A couple of missed opportunities there for the Badgers. Ball is knocked out of bounds off of a Badgers hand, so the Golden Eagles will retain possession. Set to inbound the ball underneath the basket.
Josie Coleman is just destroying the board so far in this game, something that we've never really seen her do much of before. She already has 4 rebounds in, I think she's had about 3 minutes of play.
And with limited time for Shawnee Simpson on the court, who's feeling a little under the weather, it's going to be huge if the Badgers are able to dominate the game down low, as that pass is thrown out of bounds, giving the Badgers the ball. They lead by 3, 17-14, with a minute left in the first quarter. And, you know, for some of you may think perhaps that this is a little surprising, but we've seen the Badgers play tight against this team. Lexi Peterson again from downtown is off, but Anderson gets the rebound and puts it in. Reagan Anderson had a double-double on Thursday night with 10 points and 10 rebounds.
I love that elevator door play with the double screen right about the free throw line. That's something right out of the Steve Kerr playbook.
Golden Eagles swing the ball around the perimeter. Dean drives and can't finish. Todd's shot is no good either, and Simpson will come up the ball. Badgers on the fast break. Nothing going there. Yamauchi slows it down. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Yamauchi loses the ball out of bounds, comes off of her knee, so the Badgers are unable to get a shot off before the end of the quarter, giving 8 seconds to CSI for a chance to pull the lead a little closer before going into the second quarter. Badgers lead 19-14. Petra Farkas, the ball carrier. She drives left-handed. No kind of contest, but can't connect, and another jump ball is called. This time, possession will go to Snow College. So with 1.7 seconds left in the first quarter, we'll see if they can get a shot off before going into break. McDonald's shot is slapped out of bounds by Callender with still 0.1 seconds left. Probably not enough time for the Badgers to get any kind of good shot off. So going into the second quarter, the Snow College Badgers lead by a score of 19-14 here in Twin Falls, Idaho. We're going to take a break. We'll come back right after this. You're watching Snow TV.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
Hey, I got this.
That's why you use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy, so Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag.
I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
So at the end of one, the Badgers lead 19-14 over the Golden Eagles here in Twin Falls, Idaho. Sydney Pilling has 5 points. Reagan Anderson with 2. Lexi Peterson 6 points off 2 3-pointers. Gustafson has 2. Coleman has 2. And Simpson has 2 for the Badgers.
so far, the Badgers have really been in control of this game.
Talia Stimson with a nice catch and shoot.
The issue is, are we going to see them go off in this first half and then fall apart in the second half? Or are they going to be able to stay consistent through the entire game?
Back-to-back turnovers gives the ball back to the Badgers as Yamauchi hesitates, decides to drive, gives it off to Anderson, and that shot is short. So Petra Farkas will bring the ball back. She gives that to Stimson as the Golden Eagles set up their offense. Last week, I believe it was last week, it might have been 2 weeks ago. Time flies when you're having fun. But at Price, Utah, the Badgers did have a 19-point lead in the third quarter, and they lost it and ended up losing by 1 at the end of regulation as Pilling comes crashing down hard after being bodied, and she looks like she is shooken up. She's already had a concussion injury earlier in the season that sidelined her for 2 games. So you hope that that isn't another head knock, because that would prove costly for the Badgers. Looks like it might be.
She's favoring that left leg pretty strongly, favoring that left leg.
She's helped off the court, so Sydney McDonald will come into the game, and that's very worrisome for the Badgers. Sydney Pilling had 5 points in the first quarter, so we'll hope to get an update on that at halftime. Meanwhile, the Badgers have a 3-point lead a minute into the second quarter. McDonald coming in for Pilling. Yamauchi's going to have to step up big time if Pilling doesn't come back in the rest of this game.
At that point guard position, and she has proven that she can do that and be a real force at that point position.
McDonald gives it to Gustafson, gets some room down low, but the foul is called as it looked like she had extended her arm to get some space down low, so Gustafson is called on her second foul of the game.
First team foul of the quarter.
On the court for CSI, Carmela Dean, Petra Farkas, Ali Thane, Jaden Callender, and Caitlin Burgess. Dean on the wing, she's guarded by Peterson. Thane looks to post up against Gustafson, gets a little wiggle room and can't hit the fadeaway. Peterson now with McDonald on her left, and McDonald can't hit the layup. And here come the Golden Eagles on the other side. Petra Farkas wide open down low. Throws it out to Thane. Her bank shot is no good. So exchanged missed shots for both teams on fast break opportunities. Leaves the score still at 19-16 in favor of Snow College. Yamauchi splits the defenders and puts it up with the right hand. Reagan Yamauchi split 2 defenders on 2 different occasions to get that shot.
A beautiful play by Reagan Yamauchi there, and that's exactly what we were just talking about. She is capable of playing the guard position up high.
Badgers have done a really good job at double teaming Farkas as soon as she starts to penetrate. Part of the reason why she only has 2 points so far in this competition. But don't let that fool you. She kind of had a slow start as well the last time these two teams faced off in Twin Falls, and in the second half she just went off. She ended up finishing with 24 points and 14 rebounds. Stimson pulls up and hits the jumper.
Fakes the 3, drives, and gets the mid-range.
Stimson has 7 points. She leads all players in points thus far. Simpson drives baseline, tries to put it up with her right hand, and the foul is called. Petra Farkas not liking that one. She thought she got all ball. So fortunately for the Badgers, the foul is called, and Simpson will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's the danger of not being straight up and down. She was bent over just a little bit, so that's more of a chance of drawing the foul call, even if you get only ball.
Shawnee Simpson, the freshman from Malad, Idaho. It says 6 foot. I'm not really sure how accurate that is, because when I stand next to her, it feels she's at least 2 or 3 inches taller than I am. That's one of the hard things about broadcasting basketball, right, Joe? When we're on the bus with these guys, you feel like a midget.
Yeah, I mean, you and I, we're not short guys. We're just under 6 feet, but yet we are shorter than almost everybody on the bus. It's a little frustrating sometimes.
Just a little bit. We have only our parents to blame, though, so it's not our fault. Dean drives left-handed shot, no good, and Simpson blocks Knapp as the ball rolls out of bounds. The Golden Eagles will get it back, but Simpson comes up big with the block on Knapp.
Great defense by the Badgers. Going back to what I was saying earlier, they never struggle on defense. It's only on offense.
Up high is Stimson. Goes left. She's picked up by Yamauchi. Finds Garnett. Fakes the three. Kicks it out to Knapp. Over to Dean. Down low to Thane. Good ball movement from the Golden Eagles as Garnett gets that shot off. It's no good, but it'll come off of Olivia Arvey's hand. So the Golden Eagles will get the ball back. Beautiful ball movement as the Golden Eagles looked for an open shot. They got it with Garnett, who just couldn't connect from beyond the arc. Carmela Dean. Finley Garnett to Allie Thane. Allie Thane from the elbow can't connect, and Yamauchi comes up with the rebound.
Yamauchi playing at that point guard position. We'll see what she can do in the rest of the game.
Yamauchi tries to get it off to Anderson down low, throws it out of bounds as Anderson just kind of lost her feeding. And another injured player on the court. This time it looks like it's Carmela Dean. Not really sure what happened there, but she looks shook up. She's holding her left elbow, or excuse me, her left ankle.
She's helped up over there.
Kind of limps off the court, but looks a little bit better than Pilling did coming off of the court.
She's able to get up and walk off with her own power, which is huge.
So Jalen Callender, wearing number 32, will come into the game for CSI. Badgers lead by 4 in the second quarter, but the big thing for the Badgers is they have to play each quarter one at a time. What's happened before in the past is they've gotten out to the early lead, but then they've kind of forgotten how to play. Really, they've lost the intensity, and then they end up losing in the second half as Stimson pulls up for 3, and that shot is way off. Waiting in the distance behind the bench, walking completely normal, is Sydney Pilling, so that's a very, very good sign for the Badgers.
Completely normal and from her own power, but that left ankle looks like it's taped up pretty good. Yamauchi faking that drive.
Coleman swings it over to McDonald, who drives left away from the pick. As the Badgers swing the ball around. This time it's Yamauchi who pulls up, and she can't connect on that long two-point shot right in front of the three-point line. And a double dribble is called on Stimson. So the Badgers fortunate on that one as they missed the shot, but the Golden Eagles kind of cost themselves an opportunity with the double dribble call. Pilling is back onto the court, so perfect news. Everything you could hope for the Badgers. Must have just tweaked it a little bit.
She's looking good. That is a big sigh of relief for all Badger fans right there.
Huge sigh of relief. Yamauchi and Peterson, I don't think, have come off of the court yet in this game, as Peterson is called on the travel.
Just didn't get her footing right and tripped over herself.
Five minutes left in the first half. The Badgers still lead by 4, 22-18. Stimson pulls up from the free throw, and that shot is blocked again.
Stimson stuffed by Simpson.
I love it. Pilling swings it over to Peterson, who's open for 3, and she connects on her third three-pointer of the game. She has 9 points, 3 of 3, I believe, from beyond the arc. Huge news for Peterson, as earlier in the season she kind of lost her touch. Saw a lot of missed shots from her from everywhere on the court, but over the last couple of games she has been feeling it. Ball is tipped, but eventually lands in the hands of Yamauchi. looking for some kind of space there, but doesn't get it. Hands it off to Pilling, and her three-point shot is no good, but Simpson comes up with the rebound after knocking it out of Knapp's hands and gets a rebound and puts it up and in on the second attempt. Shawnee Simpson all over the place.
Shawnee Simpson, you and I have talked about this before, her attitude and her ethic, on her work ethic on and off the court. She is a powerful player, all-around player too.
So the biggest lead so far, they lead by 9, 27-18, still with 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Knapp is open in the corner, and she hits it. Perfect swish over Josie Coleman. Pulls the lead to within 6.
Only 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from halftime. This is a good game.
And as we mentioned before, this is probably the biggest game so far for the Badgers. If they're able to pull out the victory, steal one away, they would move into sole possession of third place. As Yamauchi, her shot is a little too strong, misses the rim. Stimson goes coast to coast and can't connect on the layup.
I think Simpson got a hand on that one.
So the Badgers will slow it down as Sydney Pilling calls for the screen up high. Coleman gives it to her, and Yamauchi finally connects on the three. Reagan Yamauchi, her first three-pointer of the game, she has 5. And we've seen that connection a lot stronger now in recent games between Pilling and Yamauchi.
Especially this past Thursday against Colorado Northwestern. They were connecting. There's so much chemistry in that pairing.
And it just goes to show, the kind of attitude and character that Sydney Pilling has, willing, to create open shots for her teammates, not really coming up with any kind of scoring, just as she did there, giving the ball down to Josie Coleman as Coleman gets her second basket of the game. She's doing a really good job at distributing the ball, Sydney Pilling, and it's resulted in high-scoring games from all of her teammates. Callender again for 3 hits it. You have to respect that three-point shot from Jaden Callender as she hits her second. She has 6 points coming off the bench.
And right before that three-pointer, though, the Badgers had an 11-point lead. They are doing really well in this game with plays just like that.
Badgers forcing a lot of turnovers. We'll bring you the first half stats at the halftime show, but you'd have to imagine that the Badgers do lead in that category in forced turnovers.
And rebounds, both offensively and defensively.
Ball is swatted out by Stimson. Gives it to Knapp, one-on-one, and Peterson will commit the foul, most likely intentionally there, not giving up an easy basket. And timeout is called, so we'll take a quick break. The Badgers lead 32-24 here on Snow TV.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
So after the timeout is called, there's a minute and 10 left in the first half. The Badgers lead by 8, 32-24. For the viewers at home who have noticed the new intro, that's thanks to our producer, Gary Chittister, designing that one, making your experience at home a little more enjoyable.
I love it. Makes me feel like I'm not working at a junior college, that I'm working
at ESPN.
At ESPN, yeah. By the way, ESPN, if you're looking for an intern, Right here.
Dean finds Farkas. No space as Gustafson steps up, and Farkas will go all the way out beyond the perimeter. Jordan Todd gives it to Dean, drives baseline, and she's fouled. I believe it'll be on Anderson. And it is. Reagan Anderson picks up her first foul.
That's also a sigh of relief that it wasn't called on Micah Gustafson, because Micah, as a big down low, a center, she is a foul magnet.
So the three-point attempt from Farkas was no good, coming off the back of the iron. Yamauchi gives it down to Gustafson. Peterson again from beyond the arc, and she connects. Lexi Peterson, 4 for 4 from three-point range, has 12 points in the first half.
That was another NBA three. She is on fire right now from long range.
And at this point in the season, I believe their relationship is official enough where we can talk about it on the broadcast. Lexi Peterson is dating Trey Farr from the men's team, and it's interesting to see the way that they exchange games. We thought for sure that she was going to outscore Farr on Thursday with 17, and then Farr answered right back with 31 points in the men's game.
By the way, the men will be taking on the Golden Eagles this evening at 5 o'clock right here on Snow Badger TV. That broadcast will start right after ours ends, so stay tuned right here on Snow Badger TV for that.
Perhaps Lexi Peterson say, no, Trey, sit down, be quiet. I'm gonna have the highest scoring night. Todd with both free throws there.
So no shot clock here. The Badgers can just run out the clock if they want.
That foul was called on Micah Gustafson, so that's her third just in the first half. Yamauchi looking for space. She's double teamed. Clock down to 9 seconds. Pilling swings it over to Peterson. Back to Pilling for three. No good. And that will do it for the first half. The Badgers lead by 9 points, 35-26 here in Twin Falls, Idaho. A huge first half performance from Lexi Peterson, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. We're going to take a quick break. We'll bring you back for our halftime show with first half stats. You're watching Snow TV.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
Now's a great time to go deep at Little Caesars in Ephraim and Nephi. Try the hot and ready deep dish lunch combo with 4 slices of Detroit-style deep dish pizza with pepperoni and 1 20-ounce Pepsi product. Makes my mouth water just thinking on it. Hey, you can also go deep with a deep dish 3-meat treat and the deep dish ultimate pizzas, and you'll have a hard time wiping that satisfied smile off your face. Go deep today at Little Caesars in Ephraim and Nephi.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
with a 3% cash bonus on balance transfers. A Mountain America Rewards credit card can put the whole world in your hands. Imagine the memories you'll make with a same-day cash bonus and rewards like event tickets and travel rebates. It's easy to transfer a balance through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your 3% cash bonus today.
Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital wishes the Badgers all the best, both during the game and in everyday life. We are proud to be a Snow College sponsor. Intermountain now offers Connect Care, which gives you access to a healthcare provider 24/7 from your own home on a smartphone, tablet, or computer for one low price. Just download the app to use, keeping you close to home for your health care. Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital, helping people live the healthiest lives possible.
Spanish Fork's best kept secret, Shepherd's Carpets has opened a new location here in Richville. Shepherd's offers everything from carpet, vinyl plank, as well as vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepherd provides estimates, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepherd's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main here in Richville, Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 4. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
My mom told me to not take a class before 8 a.m. my first semester. Mom told me the library was the best place to study. Mom told me to get involved on campus. My mom told me that Snow College was the best place to start. And don't tell my mom this, but she was right. Coming to Snow College was the best decision I've ever made.
Snow College is accepting your application right now. To get more information or schedule a campus visit, go to snow.edu. That's snow.edu. At Snow College, it is all about you.
Welcome back to this Snow TV broadcast here in Twin Falls, Idaho, where the Badgers lead by a score of 35-26 at halftime. Huge first half performance from Lexi Peterson. A quick correction to what I was saying earlier. She's 4 from 6, so not perfect from beyond the arc, but 4 from 6 nonetheless, giving her 12 points. Leads all scorers. And then biggest stat for me, obviously, coming from Josie Coleman. Coming off the bench, has 5 offensive rebounds. She has 6 total rebounds, but 5 of those coming on the offensive side, has given the Badgers 6 points on second chance opportunities compared to CSI's 1.
And Shawnee Simpson also destroying the board. She also has 6 rebounds off of 4 defensive, 2 offensive rebounds. Those 2 offensive rebounds coming on that one play where she was able to get her own rebound twice and finally get the third chance points, not just the second chance points. I think the biggest thing that is really keeping the Badgers in the lead right now is that they have a +8 advantage in the rebound stat line.
And in addition to the sharp shooting from beyond the arc from Peterson, the Badgers also have outscored CSI in the paint 16 points to 4. So an absolute domination, as you mentioned, coming from those offensive rebounds.
And I think that is really thanks to the fact that Snow has more players able to play in the paint. You think Micah Gustafson, Shawnee Simpson, Josie Coleman in this game, compared to the Golden Eagles really only have Allie Thane. Nobody else. Jordan Todd has the size, but she really hasn't been too much of a force down low like the Badgers have been able to do.
Yeah, Thane is 1 from 4 from the field with 2 points. She has 2 total rebounds. Finley Garnett has 3 rebounds and 3 points, so nothing really coming down low in the paint for the Golden Eagles. Petra Farkas, the star player for CSI, has only 2 points in this game on 1 field goal. So, a little I'm looking for the word
surprising.
Here. A little surprising there for the Golden Eagles. Not what they anticipated from Petra Farkas, but she will definitely try to turn it on in the third quarter.
And this this exact same thing happened last time we were up here at the beginning of the season. Petra Farkas, she only had 6 points in the first half of that game, and then she just went off. I think she had 4 3-pointers in a row in that second half. She can really turn it on after halftime, and if previous games of the year are able to tell us anything, the Badgers may not have this same force coming into the second half. And if Petra Farkas comes out here on fire like she did last time, that's going to be a big danger, and the Badgers are going to have to work hard.
It'll be interesting to see how Snow College adjusts if Petra Farkas does start to score in the second half. They've been kind of going in and out of man-to-man versus zone defense. So if they come out in the second half starting with zone defense and Farkas is able to capitalize on that, then they'll look to switch and play man-to-man. But you'd have to imagine that Lexi Peterson would be guarding Farkas, as well as Pilling and Yamauchi sharing that role too, depending on the defensive look for Snow College.
And I'll tell you this, I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing a zone defense, if they are going to specifically target the double team on Petra Farkas to keep her from having a big game from beyond the arc like she did last time.
They've done it in the first half, and it's held her to only 2 points. So she had 24 in her last game against the Badgers with 14 rebounds. And again, tonight she only has 2 points and 2 total rebounds, 1 defensive, 1 offensive. So a very quiet first half for Petra Farkas. In terms of turnovers, it's been pretty even. The Badgers have 7, CSI has 6, but the Golden Eagles have failed to convert on those turnovers. They don't have any points off of turnovers, whereas the Badgers have 4. So kind of an even split there.
And the other stat line that kind of stands out to me as well is fast break points. Neither team have any fast break points. It's not like either team has had many opportunities for fast breaks, but they just haven't converted on the chances that they have had so far in the game.
The biggest lead of the first half was 11 for Snow College. It's currently sitting at 9 here at halftime, but there were 5 times that the score was tied in 3 different lead changes. So despite a 9-point lead, it's been fairly even. As we said against the Eagles of Utah State Eastern in that game where the Badgers jumped out to a 20-point lead, the third quarter was going to be the big quarter, and they didn't continue with their intensity and let Utah State Eastern back into the game, resulting in an eventual loss for the Badgers. So again, this third quarter will be a huge test for the Badgers if they're able to continue with everything that has been working in the first half to keep the Golden Eagles far away from their score.
And I like what you said earlier about this being probably the biggest regular season game so far for the Badgers. And I'm comfortable saying that not only is this the biggest game so far of the regular season, this third quarter that we're about to play, probably the biggest quarter of the regular season. If the Badgers are able to convert, or if the Badgers are able to stay consistent through this entire game, that is huge momentum. Finishing out the last 3 games of the regular season and going into the tournament, it is going to be huge if the Badgers are able to really play hard in this third quarter. It's going to be a fun one, Jake.
CSI is currently sitting at 4-4 and third place in the SWAC. The Badgers are at 3-5 and in fourth, just ahead, well, not just ahead, but ahead of the Spartans of Colorado Northwestern. But a win today would mean third place position for the Badgers. They would tie CSI at 4-5, but having beat them 2 out of 3 times, if they win this game, they would be in third place. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back in just a few minutes to bring you back for live second half action on Snow TV.
When your family comes to visit, does your internet seem to slow down? All those extra devices can chew up your bandwidth in a hurry, making your internet seem sluggish. Give your internet a boost with the Family Up plan from MTCC and make everyone happy. For a small fee, Family Up plans temporarily increase your internet speed while your family is here and go back to normal when they leave. Now everyone will love coming to your house even more. For more information and pricing, give MTCC a call today at 835-2929 or visit us at manti.com.
I got the whole world in my hands. I got the world safely in my hands. Oh,
with a 3% cash bonus on balance transfers. A Mountain America Rewards credit card can put the whole world in your hands. Imagine the memories you'll make with a same-day cash bonus and rewards like event tickets and travel rebates. It's easy to transfer a balance through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your 3% cash bonus today.
Are you worried about paying for college? Do you wish there was an affordable option that didn't sacrifice quality? Snow College. It's got to be the best kept secret in the state. Compared to my friends at bigger schools, I paid my tuition, housing, and books for less than their tuition costs alone. I even had enough left over to go shopping. To save my money. Can you actually edit that out? My dad listens to this station.
Snow College is accepting your application right now. To get more information or schedule a campus visit, go to snow.edu. At Snow College, it is all about you.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
You no longer need to worry over missing teeth or dentures not fitting correctly. Douglas Dentistry offers tooth replacement options, including complete dentures, partial dentures to bridges, dental implants, and much more.
Call 283-3800 so Dr. Douglas can improve your smile. That's 283-3800, or visit Douglas Dentistry at 41 West, 700 South in Ephraim, across from Los Amigos.
Try us online at douglasdentistry.ephraim.com or find us on Facebook. This is Dr. Douglas. Let us take care of and improve your dental health.
Zions Bank has been committed to community, integrity, teamwork, trust, and value for over 145 years. The reason? That's when the first customer walked through the front door. And ever since, Zions Bank has shown that customer service isn't just a department, it's in everything we do. For established principles you can count on, Zions Bank is for you. You'll see these principles in action at zionsbank.com or any Zions Bank branch. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. A division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC.
Welcome back to this Scenic Western Athletic Conference matchup between the Badgers of Snow College and the home hosting team, the CSI Golden Eagles. The Badgers have a 9-point lead at the half. They lead by a score of 35-26. I'm Jacob Habel alongside Joe Williams for this Snow TV broadcast as we bring you back to the second half. And during the break, Joe and I were talking about what needs to happen for the Badgers to not only keep this lead but extend it, and basically what it came down to was they have to continue with the same intensity.
Right. Not only do you have to keep your foot on the gas, but you have to floor it for the rest of the game, because if you can get out to a 20-point lead at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth quarter, the Golden Eagles, they haven't scored 20 points. They haven't even scored 15 points in a quarter yet. If you're able to get to that 20-point lead, it'll be rather easy to finish the game. Emphasis on rather easy, not easy.
You never know. It ain't over till it's over, right, Yogi Berra?
Exactly.
Farkas is double teamed, can't get the pass off, and the ball will roll out of bounds off of Garnett. Simpson hyped as she stands up.
Gets up and jumps around just like we know Shawnee Simpson would.
In the kindest way possible, she is the craziest on the floor.
Good to see Sydney Pilling still out there on the floor.
Simpson knocks it down from downtown.
Oh, my goodness.
Shawnee Simpson now has 8 points.
Just look at this. She gets up wide open, challenging Allie Thane to come up, say, yeah, get up here.
You won't.
You won't.
So the lead is now extended to 14. That is the largest lead of the game. Dean drives baseline, steps back in, and can't hit the right-handed shot, but Thane will come up with the offensive rebound. Farkas now pulls up mid-range, and her shot is off the mark. And that rebound comes down again for the Golden Eagles. They'll slow it down now. Thane tries to post up on Simpson, loses the ball, but comes up with it again. Shot clock down to 5. Dean drives left-handed, kicks it out to Garnett, throws it over to Farkas Off-balance three-point shot, but Thane comes up with the offensive rebound, misses her shot, and finally the Badgers will come up with the ball after 3 consecutive, almost 4, I couldn't keep track there, missed shots. Thane blocks Yamauchi's shot attempt, and here come the Golden Eagles right back on the counterattack.
The Badgers playing some good defense so far.
Stimson's shot goes off of the front of the board, and Stimson is called on the foul against Simpson. Simpson's laughing underneath
She
the basket.
does not like that foul at all.
Stimson's second personal foul of the game.
First team foul of the half.
Simpson again. Doesn't take the shot, gives it to Pilling. Anderson now on the wing, drives baseline. The reverse layup doesn't find the rim, and Garnett will come up with the basketball.
That biggest key of Simpson making that 3 just a few moments ago was that now Ali Thane is going to be getting out of the paint more to cover Simpson. It's going to open up the low basket.
Stimson throws the ball off the back of the board, but a foul will be called on Shawnee Simpson. That's Simpson's first personal foul. So Simpson and Stimson exchanging fouls as Stimson goes to the line to shoot 2. Shawnee checks out of the game, which brings Lexi Peterson back on, Micah Gustafson back onto the court. Stimson will hit the first. She has 8 points after scoring 7 in the first half.
Talia Stimson rather close to home, only a 45-minute drive for her.
So a lane violation is called on the second attempt, so the basket will be wiped off, as it looked like Jordan Todd stepped into the lane before the shot was released. So the Badgers lead cut down to 11, still a double-digit lead here in the third quarter with 7 minutes remaining. Anderson's pass is tipped by Stimson, but she'll come up with the ball, and this time Stimson's called on the foul again, and you can see Anderson pumped after that call, clapping her hands almost in an intimidating way against Stimson. That's Stimson's third foul.
And Talia is mad. She was not happy with that call whatsoever. She gets into foul trouble. There goes one of their main offensive producers.
Yamauchi's wide open in the baseline, but she doesn't take the shot. Gives it up to Pilling instead beyond the arc. It's guarded by Todd. There's a mismatch somewhere. Gustafson gets the ball, and the right-hand hook shot falls for Micah Gustafson over Jordan Todd.
The circus shot there from Micah Gustafson. What a beautiful play.
We know of windmill dunks. That was definitely a windmill shot from Gustafson. Garnett loses her footing but regains herself, and she's fouled by Gustafson.
Gustafson's arms were just a little too high, wrapped around Garnett's face there.
And they give the call instead to Yamauchi, which is probably better because that would have been Gustafson's fourth. Instead, Yamauchi picks up her second.
Gustafson thought that foul was on her. She thought that Josie Coleman was coming in for her.
Instead, Coleman checks in for Reagan Anderson. Todd kicks it out to Farkas. Gives it back down to Todd underneath. So their first basket in the paint in a very, very long time. Since the first quarter. Yamauchi is double teamed. Kicks it out to Pilling wide. Swings back around the top.
Yeah, that was just
really awkward shot.
That was just not good shot selection there.
Todd again down low for another 2 points in the paint. She has 6, and the lead now down to 9 as Coach Russell will call a timeout. The Badgers lead 40-31. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Snow TV.
Little Caesars Pizza in Nephi and Ephraim boast the most cheese and the most common toppings at the nation's best prices. Family parties, work crews, office staff, or athletic teams all benefit when Little Caesars is asked to tame our hunger. From hot and ready to deep dish and everything in between, everybody wins with Little Caesars. Give Little Caesars Pizza a try today, and you'll still be wearing a big old smile tomorrow. That's Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main in Ephraim and 1010 North Main in Nephi.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
Welcome back to Twin Falls, Idaho, where the Badgers have a 9-point lead, 40-31, with a little under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. That timeout was called by Coach Mike Russell of Snow College after back-to-back open shots in the paint from Jordan Todd, bringing the lead down to 9, so perhaps a couple of adjustments to be made for the Badgers on defense. Coleman wasn't ready for that pass, and instead Garnett gets a hand on it, and she'll be called on the travel as she went for the pump fake but moved her feet too soon. And lucky there for the Badgers, because you'd have to believe that that was going to lead to 2 points there on the drive. She had her guard beat, but the travel was called.
That's a big break for the Badgers there.
Gustafson with the high screen way off of the three-point line. Pilling goes around, finds Coleman, who drives left-handed, and she'll throw it up, draws the foul, as Todd will be called. And it is called on Jordan Todd. That's her first foul, which will send Josie Coleman to the line to shoot 2. Josie Coleman has 4 points, all in the first half. Hits the first. Josie Coleman, the 6-foot freshman from Queen Creek, Arizona. And the second of 2 will hit the front of the rim. Dean finds a wide open Knapp for 3, and Knapp connects from downtown. Macy Knapp has 6 points off 2 3-pointers, and the lead now down to 7 for Snow College.
That's the smallest the lead has been in a long time.
Pilling goes coast to coast but can't hit the easy layup. Something we've seen a few times before. Yamauchi pulls for 3, and her shot is short.
That hoop is getting smaller and smaller for the Badgers.
Another open look for Todd down low, but instead Gustafson is there. The ball, the ref will say, comes off of Todd's hand, and another media timeout is called. So we'll take this chance to hear from our sponsors. Snow's lead now down to 7, 41-34 here on Snow TV.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Jacob Habel alongside Joe Williams bringing you this Snow TV broadcast where the Badgers lead by 7 here late in the third quarter, 41-34 in Twin Falls, Idaho. The Badgers lost to CSI their first trip here by 11 and then beat the Golden Eagles in overtime in Ephraim. So their series split 1-1. Badgers a chance to take their second win against CSI as Gustafson misses her first attempt, gets her own rebound, and the hook shot is no good again, and comes up with a steal. The ball will come off of Gustafson's hand. So good third chance attempt there from Gustafson, but the Golden Eagles will get the ball back. Four minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter as the Badgers hold on desperately to their 7-point lead. The Golden Eagles looking to cut that lead again. At one point it was 14.
And now it's down to 7, cut in half.
Petra Farkas still only has 2 points, but Macy Knapp from 3 is no good. Macy Knapp has 6 points, both from 3-point attempts, so very capable of shooting from beyond the arc, but that one did not fall. Sydney McDonald now into the game. Tries to give down to Gustafson, and that pass was just forced. Gustafson had no room. Fortunately for the Badgers, they were able to come up with the ball. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Peterson is double teamed, and Todd will tip the ball out of bounds. So 4 seconds left on the shot clock. The Badgers will have to get the ball off quick in order to avoid the shot clock violation.
And it feels like the Badgers are just too concrete in the playbook. Plays are really, really good, and they're great for practice. But when it comes down to it, sometimes you have to be creative.
Deep 3-point attempt there from Pilling. She had a couple more seconds to kind of perhaps get a little more space, come closer to the rim, but instead decides for the catch and shoot and misses the shot. A little bit forced there. Jordan Todd dishes it out to Knapp again from beyond the arc. Excuse me, that was Petra Farkas. No, Macy Knapp
was
with the
Macy
shot.
Knapp there.
And a foul is called. It looks like it'll be on number 20, Finley Garnett.
Yep.
Nope, instead called on Petra Farkas. That's Farkas's third team foul. She has more fouls than points in this game so far. CSI now showing a high full court press as they try to claw their way back into this game. Snow's 14-point lead had been cut in half. It's now at 7. And the Badgers break the full court pressure. McDonald for 3. Can't connect. Anderson with another offensive rebound, and she is fouled by Jordan Todd.
That's a pretty obvious foul there. Oh, no, they call that on Reagan Anderson instead of Jordan Todd.
Not really sure about that call.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get a very good look at what happened, but
I don't know how they called that on Anderson as she was shoved to the floor by Todd. They're saying that she wrapped her arm around Todd to get the rebound. I didn't see it, but nonetheless the call was made. Stimson loses the ball, and Simpson's there to pick it up. The Badgers forcing the jump ball, but CSI with the possession arrow, so they'll get the ball under the basket. 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. A really pivotal third quarter for the Badgers.
Garnett gives it again to Todd, who's open in the paint. Todd has 8 points, and now the lead down to 5. Somebody guard Jordan Todd.
Yeah, the Badgers are too focused on the perimeter on defense. They need to open up their eyes. Jordan Todd is who is hurting them right now. And it's shots like that that are also hurting the Badgers.
Pilling takes the space. She's fouled. Fouled by Jordan Todd. That's Todd's second personal foul. So Jalen Callender will come into the game, replacing Talia Stimson. And Knapp will head out as well. Coming in for Knapp is Caitlin Burgess, as Pilling will go to the line.
Sydney Pilling, probably closest to home of any of these players. She is from Burley, Idaho, just about 20 miles away from here. We asked her if her parents were going to come to this game, and she said, no, they're in Hawaii.
So despite the the big time zone difference. Mr. and Mrs. Pilling, if you are watching this game, we give a shout out to you in Hawaii. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful sun as we freeze our butts off here in mainland United States. Timeout is called on the floor. We're going to take this opportunity to hear from our sponsors. The Badgers now lead by 7, 43-36 here on Snow TV.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to Twin Falls, Idaho, as the Badgers hold on to a 7-point lead with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Golden Eagles trying to cut that deficit down. Burgess hits the three-point shot. She's asking for the foul on the shot. It's not given, but the lead is now down to just 4 points. What once was a 14-point lead for the Badgers in the third quarter is now down to 4. And this is exactly what we said cannot happen. They cannot let CSI come back into this game, which they've already done now, as the Badgers lead by only 4 with 1:30 left. Pilling for 3, can't connect, and the Badgers don't get the offensive rebound. Jaden Callender comes up with the ball. Todd down low, that ball is tipped by Simpson, and Anderson comes up with the loose ball.
And finally, somebody was able to stand up to Jordan Todd down low. Finally, a point was made.
Jordan Todd has 6 points in the second half, in the third quarter alone. And Dean comes up with the interception. Garnett wide open to tie the game. To bring the lead to within 1. She connects. Finley Garnett, her second three-pointer of the game, has 6. And the Badgers lose a 14-point lead. They now are up by 1. Anderson's mid-range shot is short. Simpson comes up with the offensive rebound.
And the Badgers just not able to hit a thing from the field. They are scoreless. I mean, they just can't hit anything offensively.
Pilling's left-handed layup is good off the glass, so the lead will go back up to 3 points. Reagan Yamauchi has been pretty quiet. She had 5 points in the first half, is scoreless in this third quarter. Anderson doesn't have any baskets in the third quarter. Lexi Peterson, after going 4 from 6 from three-point range in the first half, also doesn't have any points in the third quarter. So the offense has gone stagnant.
The Badgers have 3 seconds here to make a basket, and then they'll go into the fourth quarter with the lead, but definitely not as convincing of a lead as they had going into this quarter.
Coleman, Gustafson, and Peterson all check in. That ball is thrown short. Pilling will not get a shot off. So at the end of 3 quarters, what once was a 14-point lead for Snow College is now cut down to just 3. The Badgers lead 45-42 going into the fourth quarter. As we head into this break, you're watching Snow TV.
Spanish Fork's best kept secret, Shepherd's Carpets has opened a new location here in Richfield. Shepherd's offers everything from carpet, vinyl plank, as well as vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepherd provides estimates, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepherd's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main here in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 4. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital wishes the Badgers all the best, both during the game and in everyday life. We are proud to be a Snow College sponsor. Intermountain now offers Connect Care, which gives you access to a healthcare provider 24/7 from your own home on a smartphone, tablet, or computer for one low price. Just download the app to use. Keeping you close to home for your health care. Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital, helping people live the healthiest lives possible.
Welcome back to Twin Falls, Idaho, where the Badgers hold on narrowly to their lead, 45-42 going into the fourth quarter. Going into this game, if you had told the Badgers that they'd have a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter, they would have taken it. However, they wouldn't have liked it to happen the way it has, losing a 14-point lead as CSI outscores them in the third quarter. This is where you need your captains to step up. Sydney Pilling has 9 points in the game. Yamauchi's been quiet. She only has 5. Peterson doesn't have any points in the second half. Pilling's shot is no good, and the ball will come off of the Badgers. So CSI will get the ball back. And Carmela Dean has 1 point. Petra Farkas has 2. And Allie Thane has 2. Yet they only trail by 3 points in the fourth quarter.
Right. Blocking foul called on Sydney Pilling there.
Just kind of a weird way that we've gotten to this point where the Badgers only lead by 3 in the fourth quarter, despite the fact that Dean, Farkas, and Thane have a combined 5 points between the 3 of them. Those are 3 of their 5 starters.
And that is not at all what we expected. We expected a lot more from those players. Jalen Callender hitting the 2 there.
Callender has 8 points in the game. She's tied with Jordan Todd and Talia Stimson for most on the CSI team. Yamauchi tries to respond. Her shot's no good, and Burgess will come up with the ball. CSI a chance to now take the lead with a made shot.
And like we were saying earlier, this Badger team is every single game seems like it is a tale of 2 halves. This is not the same team that was in the first half. They were getting rebounds left and right. They were able to hit shots. Now they're just not able to do any of that.
So the timeout is called by CSI, immediate timeout, so we'll take a break where the Badgers lead by 1, 45-44. You're watching Snow TV.
When your family comes to visit, does your internet seem to slow down? All those extra devices can chew up your bandwidth in a hurry, making your internet seem sluggish. Give your internet a boost with the Family Up plan from MTCC and make everyone happy. For a small fee, Family Up plans temporarily increase your internet speed while your family is here and go back to normal when they leave. Now everyone will love coming to your house even more. For more information and pricing, give MTCC a call today at 835-2929 or visit us at manti.com.
I got the whole world in my hands. I got the world safely in my hands. Oh.
With a 3% cash bonus on balance transfers, a Mountain America Rewards credit card can put the whole world in your hands. Imagine the memories you'll make with a same-day cash bonus and rewards like event tickets and travel rebates. It's easy to transfer a balance through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your 3% cash bonus today.
Welcome back to this broadcast on Snow TV of Badger basketball. Snow College leads 45-44 with 9 minutes remaining in the game. They lost a 14-point lead and now risk losing the lead altogether. 3-point shot from Burgess is no good. Farkas gets the offensive rebound and the shot clock will reset.
That was interesting there. Farkas got the rebound and gave it to Thane up high. That's something you rarely ever see.
Allie Thane gives that over to a swinging Farkas. Skips it across to Dean, wide open for 3, and just like that, CSI leads by 2. Carmela Dean with the open 3-point shot.
And this crowd is loving that finally, for the first time since the first quarter, their team is on top.
Gustafson can't hit the shot down low, gets her own rebound and lays it in. Ties the game up at 47. The first made shot for the Badgers in over 2 minutes.
We'll see if the Badgers are able to close this one out. I was able to ask some of the Badger men players over halftime if they thought that the girls would be able to pull this one off. And they said, oh, yeah, there's no doubt in their mind that the Badgers will be able to pull it off. So we'll see if they're right.
Full court pressure from CSI results in that turnover as Pilling couldn't get a pass off. And the jump ball is called, so CSI with the possession arrow favoring them will get the ball back. All tied up at 47 apiece with under 8 minutes to play in this game. Badgers looking to pick up their 4th win of the season, and Callender hits the open shot off the glass, giving them the 2-point lead.
And that's the play that has been really the reason that these Badgers are down by 2 now. They are so focused on the high defense that they neglect the paint points.
And at this point, Micah Gustafson couldn't catch a flu if she was in a hospital. Just left and right missing passes. As Dean drives left-handed, can't get the friendly roll, and she's out of bounds as she touches that ball. So the Badgers will get the ball back. But Gustafson hasn't been any kind of a force down low. She has just 6 points and 3 personal fouls, so she checks out of the game as Simpson comes back in.
Simpson is, I think, one of the keys to getting the lead back. She is physical. She has been able to do really some amazing things in this game.
Yamauchi gives that over to Pilling. CSI doing a really good job at double teaming whoever's carrying the ball. Yamauchi drives left-handed, tries to draw the foul, and doesn't hit the shot, missed rim. And CSI looks to answer right back. Open for 3 was Callender. Farkas gets the missed shot, and she misses her attempt too, so Farkas still sitting at 2 points.
But Lexi Peterson, she knew she was getting that rebound, and there was no stopping her.
Sydney McDonald hands that off to Reagan Yamauchi. Yamauchi only has 5 points, hasn't scored in the second half. Pilling from downtown can't connect. Simpson unable to come up with the rebound, and CSI comes back on the counterattack, marching down the court. Burgess drives, no foul called as Yamauchi falls over, and Burgess connects. That's a 4-point lead now for CSI, their largest lead in the game.
And as I said earlier, this is the first time that the Golden Eagles have led since the first quarter.
Simpson loses the ball down low as it's tipped out of her hands and can't hit the easy bank shot down low. Yamauchi comes up with the steal. Badgers need to score on this possession and not turn the ball over as Farkas picks her pocket, and Burgess answers right back. CSI leads by 6.
That is the first fast break points of the game for either team, and that one hurts.
And a desperate timeout is called by Mike Russell as his team, who once held a 14-point lead in the third quarter, now trails by 6 points, 53-47 here in the fourth quarter, and exactly what we said could not happen. They let them stay in the game in the third quarter. CSI just kind of hung around. The lead was down to 7, and they came all the way back, and now the Badgers trail by 6.
And I'll tell you what, I talked to Mike Russell about this right before the game, and I asked him why this happens. Why is it a tale of two halves in every single game? And he just said, it's a mental thing. It is completely a mental thing. It's not that the players are not able to finish two halves. It's just that they get in their own heads. They get scared. They get in their own way, and they just can't finish a game.
And what we really haven't seen yet, and what really needs to happen right now, is for somebody to step up and get angry. You know, there's no yelling on the court. There's no talking. They just kind of play the game. There's no intensity, and it's part of the reason why they've blown yet another lead in the second half.
And again, I think that is going to be Shawnee Simpson, if anybody. I think she's going to be the one to really give a shot in the arm to this Badger team.
You have to give credit to the CSI supporting cast, as Farkas has only scored 2 points, as Simpson's three-point attempt is no good. Farkas only has 2 points, and a charge is called against Stimson. Crowd not liking that call. That's her 4th personal foul in the game.
You know, and I'm almost tempted to agree with the crowd. I'm not sure that Lexi Peterson had her feet set completely, but still, it was a good break for the Badgers.
Farkas with 2 points, Thane with 2 points, and Dean with 4. So 3 of the starting 5 for CSI combined for 6 points. But it's been all production from the bench. Jordan Todd with 8, Jaden Callender with 10, Macy Knapp with 6, and Burgess with 7. Gustafson can't hit the bank shot, and that ball will come off the foot of a Badger defender.
Of Shawnee Simpson there.
Stimson was going to blow a fuse if that call wasn't in her favor.
Yeah. She is mad.
So she checks out of the game, as she does have 4 personal fouls. Caitlin Burgess coming back onto the floor. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left. The Badgers trail by 6 after leading by 14 in the third quarter. Dean throws it over to Burgess. Thane now looks to shoot, instead drives, 1-foot shot, falls short. The dish out to Callender from 3 is no good, it's short, and Yamauchi comes up with the rebound. She gives it over to Gustafson, who was called on the travel. Gustafson just can't catch a break.
And I don't know if that was a travel. I thought that Jordan Todd came a little too, excuse me, that's Caitlin Burgess there. I thought she came in a little too hot and ran into Micah just a bit too hard, and that was what caused the stumble of the feet. I thought that was a foul. But that also may be why I'm up here wearing the headset and not down there with a whistle.
The Badgers are missing one of their sharpest shooters in Rachel Roberts, as she injured her knee last week against Utah State Eastern. Still undetermined what that injury actually is. She's hoping to get an MRI next week as the foul is called. We'll see who it's on. I believe it was on
Lexi Peterson.
So Peterson picks up her second personal foul. As I was saying before, Roberts will hopefully get an MRI next week to see how serious her injury is. If nothing comes out of that, then she'll hopefully be able to play next week. But if there's a serious injury, you'd have to think that she'd be done for the season. Yamauchi steals it from Burgess and takes it herself and lays it in. That's Yamauchi's first basket of the second half. She has 7 points.
A 4-point game with under 4 minutes to go. This is still definitely possible for the Badgers to pull off a big break here.
Dean's pass is stuffed by Simpson. She's got Peterson open and takes it herself instead. A terrible shot selection from Simpson as she was off balance and covered. What really should have happened there is to slow the ball down and let her teammates come back onto the court. Instead, takes a terrible shot and the ball will come out of bounds.
Your fast break opportunities, they just haven't been going well, not only in this game, but in the entire season. That is just kind of a bad decision made by Shawnee Simpson.
We mentioned the frustration that Coach Russell, in talking with you, mentioned about the inconsistency, but at what point does it fall down to coaching style? As Dean hits the open shot from the corner, he's being out-coached again, and there's, whether it's the decision to leave Gustafson in there when she's clearly struggling, whatever it happens to be, at some point or another, it falls on the head coach.
It really does, and it's going to be interesting if at all, if the Badgers are able to come back in the rest of the season.
Lead extended to 7 points with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Dean goes right, goes back left. No room for her as she's guarded by Yamauchi, and Burgess's shot is short. Gustafson comes up with the defensive rebound, throwing elbows down there.
Caitlin Burgess tried to get the foul call, but didn't really succeed there.
Pilling for 3, and that falls short off the front of the rim. And time is running out for the Badgers. Now 2 minutes left in this game. They trail by 7. And Dean happy to dribble out the clock. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Dean still with the ball. Kicks it out to Callender. Callender brings it up way high. Again, CSI just content throwing the ball around. They don't need to force anything. Shot clock down to 2. Farkas from the elbow. Her shot is no good, but Thane gets the offensive rebound. And now CSI leads by 9 points. A complete shutdown in the second half from the Badgers as they fall apart. They led by 14 in the third quarter, now trail by 9 points. Peterson's three-point shot is no good. And a foul is called against Reagan Yamauchi. That's her third personal foul of the game. And you'd have to think it's all but over now for the Badgers. With a little over a minute left, they trail by 9.
A pivotal game. They played almost a perfect first half. They were amazing in that first half. They were hitting shots. They're playing good, strong defense.
Offensive foul called there as Dean tried to get some room from Yamauchi. So the Badgers will get the ball under the basket. They still trail by 9. You were saying, Joe?
The Badgers able to pull off an amazing first half, but exactly what we were afraid of happened, as you have been saying. They fell apart, and they just weren't able to capitalize on an amazing first half.
Pilling in the corner goes for 3 and bounces twice off the rim and no good. And Yamauchi fouls again, and that's her 4th personal foul. Reagan Yamauchi, 3rd personal foul.
4th team foul.
They'll give that. That's her 4th personal foul. So Yamauchi with 4 fouls, just 7 points. 2 of those 7 points coming in the second half. And she has been the most consistent player for the Badgers, but unable to lead the team today. As the clock now down to 45 seconds, Badgers still trail by 9. Stimson loses the ball down low. And they'll give possession back to CSI as it was tipped away by Reagan Anderson.
And the Golden Eagles head coach is not happy at all with that no call. I thought it was pretty obvious that Sydney Pilling fouled, I think that was Talia Stimson, and there was a no call there.
Farkas hits the bank 3-point shot just as the shot clock expires. That's Farkas' 2nd field goal of the game. She has just 5 points, but it hasn't mattered at all as the CSI Golden Eagles, after trailing by 14 points in the 3rd quarter, have come out firing on all cylinders, lead by 12 with 30 seconds left, and a complete fall apart from the Badgers.
And Petra Farkas, that 3-pointer, that's just salt in the wound. That is just a little more sting to this already painful loss.
Stimson committed her 5th foul on that play, so she fouls out, but it doesn't really matter. Simpson goes coast to coast, and she's fouled by Todd. Not even really sure why Todd was contesting that shot as they lead by 12 with under 20 seconds left.
So the shot clock will turn off after these foul shots from Shawnee Simpson. Again, just a heartbreaking loss. And what this means for the rest of the season, it is going to be tough mentally to win another game. It is going to be really hard to go, and they've still got Utah State Eastern and Salt Lake Community College left in their regular season. Both amazing teams, and it is going to be tough to win against them the next game next Thursday.
So the Badgers move to 3-6 in conference play after they blow a 14-point lead in the 3rd quarter to lose by a score of 61-50 here in Twin Falls, Idaho. That'll be the last time that these two teams face off in the regular season. A complete fall apart in the second half for the Badgers. And stay tuned on Snow TV as the men's game will start at 7 o'clock between CSI and the Snow College Badgers. You've been watching Snow TV. Jacob Habel alongside Joe Williams. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.